Welcome back to another episode of Highlighted, the All Sports Culture Podcast. We got the original trio here. We also got the Boom or Bust cast with us, 2 out of the 4. Max and PJ, thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thanks for having us back on.
Of course. So today's episode is going to be a mock draft, first round, no trades. We're just going to go back and forth. And this is who we think that the team should select, not necessarily all the smoke and mirrors that we've been hearing, anything like that. So let's get right into it. I got the first pick. It's a barn burner. Zach Wilson, QB1. I'm going Trevor Lawrence. He's the best prospect in this draft. Some people might say Kyle Pitts, but Trevor Lawrence to the Jaguars. They need a QB. They finally get one with Trevor.
Okay, you really soiled me here with the number 2 pick. I was really counting on him. So I will be taking Zach Wilson. Because I am a believer in Mormon Mahomes, and this is no fault to Justin Fields, but the Jets are going to take him, so I might as well get on board.
All right. San Francisco, since Sully says specified in the beginning what should happen, I think what's going to happen is I think Mac's going to go there, but Mac to number 3 is no fun, and it shouldn't happen. So obviously you have Justin Fields on the board, you have Trey Lance. Like I stated, you do have Mac Jones. And obviously, we've done this in the past. Me and Sam made the video of our mock draft at what we should do. And I had San Francisco at 3, and I'm going to go Trey Lance here. Trey Lance, like I said, it's the second quarterback on my board. I think it'll be a perfect fit there in San Francisco. It'll be a lot of fun. I think him in that Shanahan offense, and obviously you could put basically any quarterback in that offense and they would hopefully work out. But I love the fit there for Trey Lance in San Francisco, and it would just be a dream come true if that occurs.
So I got the 4th pick here. So QB 1, 2, 3, and Atlanta sitting at 4. No trades. And even if there were trades allowed, I wouldn't trade back because my QB2, my number 2 overall player, Justin Fields, is here. I'm giving him to Atlanta. I think he's the second best quarterback in the draft, like I said. And look, the Matt Ryan contract, still got a couple years left of him, but I don't know how highly you're going to be picking anytime soon. And Justin Fields is probably QB1 in a lot of other drafts. So getting him at 4, getting him as the future of that franchise, I think that's a really good pick for Atlanta.
Definitely. I mean, Justin Fields is my guy as well. And it's crazy that he's here at 4, but that's what happened. And now I got Cincy. And I'm just flat out saying it. I think they're going to pick Jamar Chase. I don't know if that's a big smoke and mirror, but I feel like they're going to. But the actual pick here, I mean, Penei Sewell. I mean, just protect your guy. Protect Joe Burrow at all costs if you can, because, I mean, that man was getting annihilated last year. Like that's an understatement still.
Did you guys see the meme where it was like, Bengals fans, we should take Jamar Chase? Like, we should reunite Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. And then it zooms in on his knee, the ACL surgery, and it's like a scar. It's like this big. Actually absurd.
I don't understand, because before we move on, and the whole narrative of, and we even said this going into last season, it was like the number one thing that the Bengals should do is protect Joe Burrow. And it's funny to me how that still is the case, but Jamar Chase is now rumored to number 5. And I think a lot of that obviously has to do with like Joe Burrow and the connection with Jamar Chase.
That's all, yeah. 100%.
That's all it is. And obviously, I guarantee you they went up to Joe Burrow and it's like, would you rather have Chase or someone to protect you? And he probably was like, I want Chase on my team. But it's like, and we've talked about this on the podcast before, the Bengals haven't made any significant moves to where they can afford to take Chase. I mean, we have Riley Reef, but that's basically the only move they made. And I just don't want to see Joe Burrow go down this path where it's almost like an Andrew Luck type of situation in his first couple of years, because the organization was not smart enough to understand that they need to protect the quarterback. So that's what I'd say about that.
I agree. I think it should be Sewell, but it probably will be Chase, honestly. Whatever Burrow wants will probably go. But number 6, Miami Dolphins on the board. I got 2 playmakers staring me in the face right now. I got Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase. I'm going to go Kyle Pitts. I think he's, he could play outside and not necessarily, just a tight end. He's kind of a unicorn, as they like to call him. He could pretty much do everything. Great receiver. So I think that passing up on Chase is tough because he's an unbelievable wide receiver. He'd be great with Tua because that's kind of what the Dolphins need. They need weapons. But Kyle Pitts can kind of do both. So I'm going to go with Pitts.
All right, so I'm back now. Detroit, a team devoid of talent, but Jamar Chase is still on the board. So I don't think Jared Goff is a long-term answer. I would wish that Trey Lance got here because I would take him, but since he's not, I will take the best player available, Jamar Chase. Lock it up for Detroit. Hopefully he bites someone's kneecap off or whatever Dan Campbell's looking for these days.
All right, so Carolina here at 8. I've seen some people kind of throw out the idea that they might go receiver with, their 2 best receivers having 1 year left on their contract. And obviously the idea of having Waddle with those 2 would be a lot of fun. But I think the obvious pick is Slater. Obviously there's, speculation that if Sewell drops here to 8, they could take him. They were in the market of a quarterback, but then Sam Darnold, they traded for him. Offensive line is not that good for them, and Rashawn Slater, and in a draft class that is loaded with offensive line talents, Rashawn Slater, even though he's the second off the board, he would be a number 1 in many other drafts. He's a phenomenal talent. He's very versatile on the line, obviously, and some people have him as their OT1 over Penei Sewell. So just shows how good this guy can be, and I think it's a pretty easy pick for me at Carolina with 8.
So I got Denver at 9, and a lot of people will probably want me to take Mac Jones here, seeing as quarterback is probably their biggest need. I'm not going to go that route. So their biggest need actually heading into free agency was corner, and they kind of shored that up this offseason, getting Ronald Darby to go with Will Fuller and Bryce Callahan. But my best player on the board right now is Patrick Surtain, who is I'm going to take here at number 9. I think he's the best corner since Jalen Ramsey. He's a lockdown corner, showed he's got the requisite athleticism to thrive in the NFL, and he was the best corner in the country and has been starting at Alabama for 3 years, ever since he was a true freshman. So this guy's a superstar corner. I know it's not the biggest need in the world right now for Denver after what they did in free agency, but you can get a lockdown corner like Patrick Surtain here at 9. I think it's a really good value.
I will say before Sam goes, you can get minus 120 odds for Surtain top 10. So I'm just saying everyone should hammer that. I think that's one of the best locks.
Free money from
free.
If it's not
I don't give a lot of betting advice, but
yeah,
when I do, I make sure you guys
request
hit.
If it doesn't hit, all right.
If it does hit, I'm just saying if you want to donate me $1, I think that's a good idea.
Fair.
So that kind of screwed me because Dallas is here at 10, and if I was Dallas, honestly, I would trade down here. But man, I have to go corner because they are so pitiful at that spot. And look, my second corner is Greg Newsome, and honestly, but also then you got the. Am I too concerned with Caleb Farley?
Sam's going deep into his bag
or not? I don't know.
Greg Newsome plays a lot of zone, man.
Yeah, that's right. He's so good in off coverage, and I mean, I'm doing.
You don't like Mr. Horn?
I'm doing it. Nah.
The disrespect.
I know JC Horn's
Horn.
got an absurd resume and all that, but Greg Newsome was just feasting in the Big Ten, and I mean, at 10 it's rich, but dude had to take Surtain, and I mean, it's whatever, man. But
got jumped, man.
Greg Newsome,
business.
Greg Newsome to Dallas
man.
at 10, but I will indicate that I would have traded down there. But yeah.
All right, I'm up. Giants. I got the Giants blanket in the back, so I'm probably a better GM than Dave Gettleman, so I'm ready to make this pick. We just signed Galladay, right? So a lot of people would probably take Waddle here, and I might, but Micah Parsons is a little bit intriguing to me. I also like a little bit of Kwity Paye, maybe some Zaven Collins action, but I'm going to go Waddle. It hurts me not to, I kind of want to go Parsons or Kwity Paye, but I'm going to go Waddle. Daniel Jones, if he doesn't succeed this year, he's done. He shouldn't be in this league anymore. It's pretty much what it comes down to.
So that's going to happen. He's not going to succeed.
It's all right. It's okay. Stop.
So, whatever. You could take Mac Jones and not worry about that, but
Just start the
No,
clock.
I
Yeah,
would
just
worry-
just have a replacement in line already for him.
yeah,
Mac Jones would be such a botch.
not much of a botch than Daniel, but whatever.
Okay, so Philly now at 12 after maneuvering from 6 to 12, and honestly, a great trade for them to move back. I still really like it. I'm gonna run the card in for JC Horn here. I think this is real simple. There is no one player on the board anywhere that will fix the Philadelphia Eagles this year, except maybe Trevor Lawrence if he falls to 12, and even then, that team sucks. So. Best player left on my board. It's at a big position of need for them. So I think JC Horn is a very good pick at 12.
Yeah, so I will say, I think that, Mac Jones or not, I guess any quarterback per se to the Eagles, I don't think it would happen, but I think it's something that not many people are talking about because obviously we saw Nick Sirianni basically say that he doesn't know if Jalen Hurts is going to be the starter. And even if that's kind of idiotic to say, I think at the same time, people are ignoring that the chance that, the Eagles could take a chance on a quarterback depending on how it goes. I'm not saying that your pick was bad. I'm just saying that I think that's something we got to keep in mind.
Oh, damn, Kurt.
No. I'm being respectful. But I'm going to go Darisaw here at 13. It just makes so much sense. Chargers are in desperate need of our offensive line. Good thing they got Corey Linsley. But you look at the rest of the line and it's pathetic. It's a pretty easy pick and pretty much, yeah.
Probably for Minnesota at 14. This is tough now. Let me think. So they kind of need edge, but I don't really love edge. They kind of need safeties as well. Not that much, but I don't really love any safeties or the offensive line. They got two good tackles, but oh man, this is tough. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit reach here. I'm gonna take Azeez Ojulari, who right now is my number one edge from Georgia. I think this is a little bit of a reach. I think I would take him later on. Still top 20. He's number 17 on my board, but he's the best pass rusher in the draft. Minnesota desperately needs an edge. Kwity Paye probably would be the edge that everyone looks at, but Azeez Ojulari is my number one edge right now in the draft. So, look, he's an outstanding pass rusher, and Minnesota needs that right now.
Yeah, I view Minnesota as a very trade down, likely team for sure. I mean, they got a lot. I mean, they just seem to do that every year, but I'm at 15 with the New England Patriots, and I didn't realize this guy was still here, and it's Devontae.
Yeah, it's kind of
Smith.
nuts. Oh, I thought you were gonna say someone else.
Who'd you think I was gonna say, Micah?
Mac Jones.
Oh no, I'm not calling Mac Jones. You kidding me?
Wow, we all hate Mac Jones.
Well, the thing is,
might
Let's
as
get
well
back towards
take
Mac
Michael
Jones, and he's
undrafted
going to
in
go
our
number
draft.
3 overall.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
I
Hey,
like
he might be
Mac,
good, man.
but Devontae Smith. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah, who wouldn't want a 166-pound wide receiver?
Sully,
That's like me
relax.
running over the middle, Sam.
It's you running over the middle.
That's me after a couple
I'm
donuts running
glad
over
to
the middle.
know that you
Won
would
the
go.
Heisman, guys.
I'm glad that to know you could win the Heisman, Sully, in Alabama's offense. Actually, anyone really could.
I'd have a chance.
But it will be Devontae Smith. I'm not gonna lie. I also thought about Caleb Farley here, but I mean the value of Devontae Smith here at 15 is too good to pass on. I mean they got a lot of kind of wide receiver twos. I mean they got Kendrick Bourne to replace Julian Edelman in the slot. They've got Nelson Aguilar for a shit ton of money. And they're going to be running a ton of 2 tight end stuff, obviously, with Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith moving all over the formation. They are missing that true alpha, and that would be Devontae Smith in this instance. And I still think Cam Newton can still produce in the NFL level, just probably not long term, if that makes sense. I don't know, but
I think he sucks.
that's good to know, Sully.
I've said that multiple times though. So I'm up. Cardinals. Love the Cardinals. Kyler Murray blocked us on Instagram, which is unfortunate. So he'll never be a Hall of Famer, but he'll be right there.
So you gotta give him a shitty pick, obviously.
Yeah. Should I give him Najee
Give him
Harris?
the worst.
Just give him
wide
Mac Jones.
That's
receiver.
why this is a
Mac
little
Jones. Mac Jones. Yeah.
Give him
a little
Ben.
inside baseball here. Max got us blocked by Chaz Surratt on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, because
Nice play, Max.
Yeah, so Max likes to point out that Chaz Surratt is not the greatest tackler in the draft, and I guess Chaz took offense to that.
Yeah.
So that's
I
our
get
block.
pissed sometimes.
Sorry.
You know, when he like makes a tackle, he's after the game gonna be like, "Hey, that's for you, Boomer Bus." That's
Yeah, he's gonna shout you guys out in an interview after the
Definitely
game.
will.
So the Cardinals, I'm between two guys here. I kind of want to go offensive line for Kyler. Also kind of want to go Caleb Farley. I think I'm gonna go Elijah Vera Tucker though. Beef up that offensive line a little bit. God knows they need it, so I'm gonna pick him.
Oh boy.
That'd be the smart pick to protect them. They already have good bookends. They just need to fix the interior.
Yeah, I'm a smart GM.
I know, Sully. I'm telling you.
Hey, I'm just making
That's
sure.
why I'm applauding you.
Hey, good.
so he takes offense to everything because he thinks we're always bashing him because his takes are terrible.
Not at all. Not at all.
I can't
I'm just
wait to see Sully try and talk draft for 6 hours. We'll see his knowledge really
ready?
come out.
Yeah,
I'm
I
ready,
knew
Sully. I'll be with you.
He's
dude.
ready for Amari Rodgers, at the very least.
Yes,
There
we go.
Okay. So the Raiders, God.
What do you
They're-
like not need if you're Vegas?
Yeah, the Raiders are so bad. So I'm just gonna go best player available. The best player on my board is Jalen Phillips, so give it to him. I mean, it's a point of need. It is totally a Raider pick. They don't have a lot of edge talent. Their defensive line is terrible, and he is the best player left on my board. So go nuts, John Gruden, I guess.
He's good at that.
All right, 18. I'm between two players, which is Micah or Tevin. I'm kind of leaning towards Micah here just because
It worked for Alabama.
I know I should. You imagine just both of them being in the QB room in Miami? That'd be hilarious.
What if Jalen Hurts got, or what if Tua got Jalen Hurts, where
Yeah,
he just gets replaced?
it's
in,
like a never-ending
In the
cycle.
Super Bowl? Yeah, in the Super Bowl.
the Super Bowl with Mac Jones.
So as fun as it would be to take Mac Jones, I won't be doing that. Sorry, he's not going to get Jalen Hurts. But yeah, like I said earlier, I'm going to go Micah Parsons. I was kind of thinking about going Tevin Jenkins. You know, Austin Jackson, don't want to say had a bad year last year, but kind of one of the situations where you don't know if he's going to be a long-term solution on that left side. Obviously, Tevin Jenkins can play that position. But Micah Parsons, I kind of think we obviously know what Miami brings to the defense and what they do. I think that obviously they're missing that Micah Parsons kind of guy at the linebacker. So I think that's going to be the pick if he drops to 18, and that's what we're going to go with.
So I'm at Washington here at 19. Nick is going to kill me for doing this because he's not a big fan of him, but he's fallen to 19. I got to take him. Mac Jones going to Washington. That team is, I think, with a good quarterback, a Super Bowl contender because they got so many young, so much young talent on that team. They're all on rookie contracts too. So like the window for a Super Bowl is closing as we speak. So I don't know if Mac Jones can lead a team to a Super Bowl. I doubt it. But you got to try. And so I think Mac Jones is a top 15 player on my board, so he's worth taking.
I do know Mac Jones. If Mac Jones can lead a team to a Super Bowl, he can't. I know that. I do know that.
I know that as well.
Oh, okay. I've got my rival Bears on the clock at 20. So how can I fuck them over? Let's think about this. I'm really thinking between three guys. I'm thinking Caleb Farley, Tevin Jenkins, or Rashad Bateman, because they need help at receiver because A-Rob is out of there after this year. They just released Kyle Fuller, so Caleb Farley would be a smart selection here as well. Him with Jalen Johnson would be so much fun. And then Tevin Jenkins, because they just need tackle. I was really thinking about Mac for them, but obviously
he went to the better organization.
You're doing me dirty as of late, man. Taking Surtain and Mac, but man. Look, I'm just going to say, I think Caleb Farley has fallen way too far. I know his injuries have been a little bit concerning, but the surgery he just had was to clean up something from 2019. And he's had a lot of time to rest up and heal. I believe in his talent. The dude is a PBU monster. He's super fluid. I mean, I think Chicago could do really well coaching him up because they just seem to do that with certain DBs. And even though they like have to go offense, Caleb Farley.
He can play offense. Play both.
He played wide receiver.
Yeah,
He
bring
played
him back
wide
to wide
receiver.
out.
He's playing my wide receiver.
Yeah, no, I knew that. That's why I said that.
Smart man. Anyone ever
All
try
right.
that?
Yeah, they tell me all the time. On to the Colts, pick 21. I'm gonna go Tevin Jenkins. Obviously, Costanzo retired, and they need some line out. I mean, they don't necessarily need it, but it would be good for them. Carson Wentz needs all the help he can get himself. So give him all the reasons to not fail. Is that right? Give him all the reasons to not fail. Yeah. There you go. Yep,
Very
I
well
knew.
spoken.
Yeah,
Thank
just
you.
like Daniel
Yep.
Jones.
Exactly.
Tennessee is an interesting spot because Tennessee cut both of their starting cornerbacks. Tennessee lost Jonnu Smith. Tennessee lost Corey Davis. Tennessee is not going to be as good as they were this year. And I see all of the corners are gone. The Greg Newsome at 10 thing really threw off the whole corner board.
I'm sorry.
So I'm trying to think. They have AJ Brown, so I think it's Bateman. Like it has to be Bateman here to replace Corey Davis. I think that's pretty much with no corners. I would prefer a corner, but if Bateman's still on the board, I think that's the correct move for Tennessee.
All right. Well, very tough situation here for New York. They could go a lot of different.
Is it? Is it?
Is it?
I know my answer.
Well, my answer is gonna be Kwity Paye.
Okay, that's fine. That's acceptable.
What
Would
was your
not have
answer?
been my answer. I would have taken Zaven. I think Zaven would have played the Fred Warner role in Salah's defense, bringing it over from San Francisco. I would prefer Zaven and Kwity Paye for this Jets team, especially after signing Carl Lawson, because I have little to no faith in this linebacking core, and I have little to no faith in CJ Mosley's return from 2 years off. So I would have got Zaven. But listen, if Kwity Paye gets to 23, you could do a lot worse.
Right.
You
Like
And
arguably
failed the
best
fans,
pass
Kurt.
rush
You
in the
failed the
NFL.
fans.
well,
The fans
guess
are
what?
outraged on Twitter right now, Kurt.
You know, an amazing GM sometimes makes the fans upset. So
That's
when
true.
this
And
pick
then they
works out,
realize down
5
the
years
line.
from now, they're gonna be like, "Who was the brains behind this miraculous pick?" And I'll be like, "Look, they tried to bring me down. PJ was like, no, don't go with him." I'm like, "Hey, what do you pay?" But no, to kind of go on about why I made this pick. Obviously, from a fit standpoint, Zaven Collins makes sense, but Kwity Paye, I just feel like he's my number one edge on the on my big board, and I think if he drops to 23, it almost makes sense to where the value that you're getting there at 23 is too good to pass on. So
Oh yeah, I mean, if he gets to 23, it's like you go ahead and take him. I feel that way about pretty much any of Ojulari, Pay, and Phillips. I can't be mad at any of that if they reach 23. And you would have to expect the way this is going to break that one of them is going to be. It's just a matter of is a cornerback or Elijah Vera Tucker there as well.
right on.
So I actually lucked out and got my team here, the Steelers at 24. This is a dream pick for me. So even if he's on the board, they're not going to take him because I'm a lot higher on him than everyone else. Samuel Cosme is my number 2 offensive tackle in this draft. He's the best pass protector, I think, in the draft. Steelers desperately need offensive line help. I think Samuel Cosme would be a terrific pick at 24. I've got him all the way at number 12 on my board, and they desperately need a tackle, and Sam Cosme, the number 2 tackle behind Penei Sewell. So I would love the Sam Cosme pick for the Steelers.
All right. Shocked you didn't go Najee.
I couldn't do it. It's going to happen. I couldn't do it.
How would you feel if they traded up for Najee?
I would pledge my allegiance to another team. I would completely give
Good
up.
answer.
I would have the receipt on there then. All right. Jacksonville. So Jacksonville's an interesting case because I think they should be going best player available. But they should prioritize helping Trevor Lawrence, if that makes sense. I looked at the tackles real quick. Not really I love at 25. It sucks that their linebacking core is it's pretty good because JOK is right there, and I find it ridiculous JOK is right there. But something I heard that Urban Meyer wanted recently is that he wants their front four to be like a top end quarter of the league every year he's the coach. And as it stands right now, it's not going to be. I mean, Josh Allen had a bad year last year. Caleb Chase on. We don't know what the hell's going on with him. Taven Bryan might not even be on the team next year. They just signed Roy Robertson-Harris, who's a good pass rusher. But Christian Barmore's right there. And I think if he's there, I'm sorry to throw off Cleveland, but yeah, I'm going to go with Christian Barmore here at 25.
Hey, man, wasn't my pick. I was thinking about it. I'm going to select JOK, though, for the Browns. Exactly. Think it's a no-brainer at 26. Very good value for JOK. Browns defense going to be pretty good. They made some good signings. Jadeveon Clowney went absolutely ballistic this year, and they get him, so it's great. No, but I think they're going to be much better. They did make some good signings. Not necessarily him, but I think they're going to be the Browns. We at ASC, we are devout Browns fans, weird supporters. We love them way too much. It's very strange, actually.
They're going to be very good. Yeah, they're going to be great.
So I like JOK there.
All right, so now Baltimore. I kind of screwed myself by taking Bateman to Tennessee because that's the best fit here. So I'm kind of going to go off the board, honestly, because I would demand that they take a wide receiver. But Kadarius Toney and Rondale Moore and depending on how you think about Elijah Moore are not going to be fits. I don't want another tiny guy with slot-oriented Hollywood Brown out there. Their last top pick at wide receiver. So I'm going to take Terrace Marshall. And just hope he hangs out on the outside. He's bigger than all of these other guys. He played predominantly slot at LSU this year, but he has outside experience when Justin Jefferson was there playing the slot 2 years ago. So I do like Terrace Marshall. He had some injuries pop up reportedly at the Indianapolis, weigh-in, whatever they did there. But I do think this is a guy, he's my last first-round grade. I do think he's worth it at this spot, and he would be a good fit in Baltimore.
All right, Saints at 28. Cornerback is obviously the need here, but kind of the value that you get, and obviously we referred to it earlier, kind of the whole, what are you going to do here at the cornerback position? And I don't think that any guys would maybe be the best value pick here at 28, unless I'm completely blanking on someone. But they obviously need edge. We saw Trey Hendrickson go to Cincinnati. Then it's not obviously the strongest position there in New Orleans. So I'm going to go with Jason Owe. I know that some people have his concerns, obviously, his production.
I love Jason Owe.
Yeah, but it's what he does. He's just an absolute athlete. And obviously, we've seen comparisons. But I think you take away the production, and obviously he does a lot being an edge. And I think that he's skyrocketing on boards as of lately, and I think that's going to continue on draft night, and he'll find his way into the first round. So Jason Owe to the New Orleans Saints.
So I would not be taking Kellen Mond here for the Green Bay Packers, unlike what they did basically last year. I will be helping out Aaron Rodgers. I'm taking Kadarius Toney here. He seems to be falling on some boards to the point where people are actually saying they'd be surprised if he even goes in the first round. I still have a first round grade on him. He's an electric player with the ball in his hands. So pairing him with Devontae Adams would be a lot of fun. And Aaron Rodgers might not leave to host Jeopardy if this happens. So
yeah, that I would love that pick, but I'm not holding out hope. Bills, man. This is tough. I think about Owe for them a lot because he just seems like a natural fit there next to what is his name? Their edge rusher. Why can't I always forget his name.
Shaq Barrett.
Shaq Barrett.
No.
Oh, we're not at Buffalo. Jerry Hughes.
Jerry Hughes, yes.
Jerry
I was
Hughes,
thinking of my Tampa Bay pick. I'm already trying to figure out who.
I always think about Jason Owe for the Bills because I kind of view Jason Owe similar to Jerry Hughes, where they were both pretty raw coming out and need a lot of work. But pairing him with Jerry Hughes would help him turn things around. But man, this is let's talk about corner. I think Asante Samuel Jr. is a good scheme fit with this match zone coverage scheme. Yeah, why not? They need a second corner on the outside. I mean, Josh Norman, not it. Levi Wall. I mean, you could even play him in the slot out the gate if you wanted to, but not a big Levi Wallace or Josh Norman fan. So let's give them another corner to pair back there with another player's name is escaping. Trey White. Yes, I remembered. I don't know. Everyone's escaping my head
How do you
right now.
forget the Bills players? It's all we talk about in the group
Yeah,
chat.
it's true.
Yeah, they
Literally
always
just
talk
constant-
about the Bills in the chat.
It's just Bills Dolphins. I have the entire roster memorized at this point.
Sorry, man. I blank a lot, but yeah.
My pick, 31. The Chiefs. Chiefs, man, losing that Super Bowl hurt me, man. I'm a Patrick Mahomes guy. Love that guy. He's a great guy.
You talked to him? Great guy.
Yeah, we're pretty good. Pretty good boys. I'm gonna go Jalen Mayfield still on the board, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna pair him with, our boy Joe Tooney. Just went to the Chiefs. Obviously, the Chiefs just released the guy who is escaping me. They released Shorts.
They did, and Eric
Yeah.
Fisher, all of them.
Yeah. Yep. So obviously, everyone was like, "What are the Chiefs doing?" The Chiefs always got a plan. So I think that pairing Mayfield with Tooney, upgrade that offensive line, get it back to what it used to be, and I think that they're going to be winning a lot of Super Bowls.
All right, so bringing up the rear now, what do you get for the team that has everything? I guess the answer in this case is the best available player. I'll just take Zaven Collins, and Todd Bowles will figure it out. I mean, he won them that Super Bowl. They haven't lost anybody. They managed to re-sign every starter. So I would like to go offensive line, but I would like to go edge. But Zaven Collins is the best player on the board, and he is a weapon that Todd Bowles can use.
Agreed. That's going to be the draft, boys. All 32 picks, first round. If you're watching this on YouTube, comment your favorite selection out of the first round. Who got the biggest steal and why was it me? Subscribe so you don't miss any more all sports culture content. Make sure you guys are following the Boom or Bust on all their social media platforms. Great guys over there. Thank you for joining us again, Max and PJ.
Thank you.
And until next time, we'll be back. Goodbye.